Welcome to another Your Partnerships Meets, and I'm so happy to have here the guys of the Innovation Award, James and Dan. So how did it feel when you went on the night?
I think it was a bit of a surprise, really.
Massively.
Just from an innovation side of thing, we're obviously property developers down here in Cornwall, but we thought, what is it that we're actually doing that was that innovative, I suppose, wasn't
Yes.
it? But then we sort of got to understand a little bit more about with Coinage House, what we did there with that offices that doesn't really exist, I suppose, and it's taking this sort of unencumbered, derelict buildings and trying to help solve the Cornwall housing crisis.
And the way you go about it as well. I mean, it is you've actually boost a market that was declining, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's all those things wrapped around. So yeah, congratulations once again. And I guess the main thing just now is just tell us about what you're doing and what's going on with you. You mentioned Coinage House. Those watching won't know what that is, so please a little explanation.
Yeah, thank you, Brock. Well, yeah, Coinage House is a commercial property. As most people know, we do residential, but this was just one that we couldn't turn down because of the age of the building and what it was and the price that we got it for. It is essentially a block of 13 serviced luxury offices, high end, in the heart of Truro. Anybody who knows Coinage Hall, which is where the Pizza Express building is a really good location. And yeah, 13 offices, but we also have a really nice executive hire conference facility on the top floor, so that people who aren't tenants in Coinage House, if they're not there, they can actually just book it for themselves.
And I've been out there, obviously. Oh, I mean, just it's done at such high spec. That's the main thing that I would say. And yeah, if you're looking for a more of an executive level office, is probably the best way to put it, without the executive price.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
absolutely.
you could coin that.
Get it? That's it. Marketing budget's just increased.
Yeah, well, we just felt like there wasn't anywhere like it in Cornwall, so you know, and that's what we needed for our business. So why not just build it yourself?
Yeah, but on a serious note, if you check out Coinage House, if you're a professional in the Truro area, Cornwall area, and you'd like to see something a little bit different, check that out. And then the other part, I know you're still doing. Well, you said you're getting into, not getting into, but your HMOs and your lettings and all that.
Yeah, we've been expanding obviously as a company over the last 4 years, and it's got to that point now where we're getting more investment as it's enabling us to grow the portfolio. We're also doing sort of JV deals now, joint venture deals, where we're taking on land acquisition, building out our own houses, and then selling them back to the Cornish market as such. But for us, we were finding that we're spending so much on management fees and all that type of stuff. We sort of thought, is it time that we expand the company and we start doing our own management in-house. So pleased to say we've actually set up Cornwall Living Lets, which is our own managing agency. So we manage our own portfolio, and we're also open to the idea of managing other people's as well. So that's quite exciting at the moment. Taking on more staff, haven't we?
We have,
Team manager. And taking on more property, aren't we?
Yeah, I think one of the main reasons we got the award was the type of properties that we take on. So generally it's quite a lot of commercial, unencumbered commercial properties. For instance, in Truro, business rates is very expensive in the centre of Truro, so businesses can't really afford to necessarily be in the centre of Truro. Hence why they're starting to move out of Truro, which is obviously killing the vibe, the hustle and bustle of the centre of Truro. So what we've been trying to do, and I know obviously the long-term vision for Truro is to make it more residential. It's the capital of Cornwall, for Christ's sake. We need to get involved and build that. And there's a lot of investment going on in Truro. So we've been taking the unencumbered properties, turning them back to residential where we possibly can, and then creating houses for Cornwall and homes for Cornwall.
I talk about this all the time. I mean, it's funny how historically you look at all high streets. It doesn't have to be Truro anywhere. That was residential at one time, predominantly, and then coming to shops overall. And then we've got a housing crisis, and we've got empty shops. It's not rocket science, is it?
No, it's definitely not. And a lot of people sort of lean on, COVID being a denominator for that. But let's be honest, the online industry has been progressing massively over the last 10 years. And it's so much cheaper for businesses to be able to operate their businesses 365 days a year without having any staff. It's now done by automated payment systems. It's a natural organic process. And
the world of business, it changes all the time. You have to keep up with it. I mean, simple as that. And you can't blame it on one thing or another. It's a series of everything. It evolves. I mean, COVID made some changes. Of course, it made some changes, but it probably boosted, like you're saying. I mean, that stuff was already heading that way. So it's not as if it was,
accelerates
we'd never done any of this before, and then COVID made us. No, it just made you think a little bit more.
No, exactly that. And there is, there's good demand for accommodation in Cornwall. And the thing that people most misconceive is that, there is housing down here in Cornwall. There is loads of it. People say there's not enough housing. Well, there is, but it's just they need investment to bring these houses back to the Cornish market, the derelict ones. And I don't mean second homes on the coast of North Cornwall coast in Rock that are empty. I mean ones that actually need money spent in rewiring, new roofs put on, that type of stuff. The properties are there. It's the investment that's needed, and we're trying to be that plug in the gap.
There you go.
To bring it back.
So we just rebuilding what was already there, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Bring back the accommodation. So
repurpose.
So you mentioned about the people about you doing management for people that have lets. So if a person had 4 or 5 or 6 whatever properties, what would they just get in touch with you?
Yeah, just get in touch with us, and then we can see how we can help them. But I'd also say the most important one is anybody who's looking for accommodation. Give us a call or drop us an email, and we can let them know what we've got available, because we do have some properties coming up, which is quite rare, especially in the heart of Truro, where you go to, and we don't need to sort of say it. People can see what we've been up to. Our property standard is very, very high. It's good quality, so people are going to be.
That's 100%. That is your trademark. I mean, you don't put out rubbish.
No. So, and we know what people want, and what most importantly people deserve is they're paying good rents, they need good quality service and management, as well as a property as well. So when things do go wrong, hey, we're dealing with properties, right? Things happen. When that boiler goes, it's not being left on tender hooks for 2 days. It's like, right, this is high priority. Someone will be there within the next hour to have a look and see if we can fix it in-house. If we can't, we'll get somebody who can, and that's just the standard that we operate at.
Treating your customers like you'd like to be treated.
100%, genuinely.
Honestly,
it's good exchange.
I know it's true. I know it's absolutely true. Anything else to add, Dan?
No. I say you mentioned get in touch with us, but I'd say how do they get in touch? It'll be hello@cl-lets.co.uk,
and we'll put all the details on here as well.
For sure, but I think that's nail on the head, really.
Yeah,
cool.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
And if anybody wants to come down to Coinage House, that's where we're based in the heart of Truro, just reach out to Dan or I on socials, whatever. I'm more than happy to show you around, show you our standard. We've only got 3 offices left at Coinage House, so we know they're going to go pretty quick.
Get them while they're hot. Get them while they're hot.
Indeed.
So we'll wrap it up here in a second. I know you already know about Corker Media Productions. You've been out here before, the studios. Been a little while, but so what would you say? First of all, thank you to Corker Media for having us out here. What would you say for anybody that's considering using the studios?
You're just a bit like our properties, really. You're going to get very high quality service, and we've done lots of stuff with Shane, and we've never been let down or anything like that. It's very, very good.
No consideration needed.
Yeah, that's it. Good facility here as well, and it's not just here with podcasts and things like that. If you need promotional videos, anything like that, it's the go-to.
I think the easiest thing to say is you always get more than you bargain for.
Yeah, because
more value than is shared.
Because what I was going to say. Well, I say this all the time about what they do out here is it's not just shooting your video. Here's your video, and it gets shared for you. Shane and the team, they'll always be looking out for people to connect you with anyway. So
absolutely,
it's good fun.
I think it's very easy to just put your money where your mouth is. Like you have to do that. And although Shane Solomon's a very good friend of ours, we've done all the podcasts, but with Coinage House, we've got another investor that's involved with that, and they also have a say in who we use and what we use. And we obviously know Coinage House is a very, very high end kind of market product. That's why we chose Corker Media to do it, and that's why the videos are online, and they did it for us. You didn't want a rubbish video for a non-rubbish place.
Yeah,
you know what you're going to get with Corker Media. High quality and a good service. Like
I think he's going to have to pay us in a minute. We've done a good commercial.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Cool. Well, guys, appreciate having you out here. Thanks for making the effort. Once again, congratulations on winning. And with next one's going to be on March the 8th in Exeter, up at Winslade. So watch this space. We'll have to see who takes home the trophy next year.
Absolutely.
Congratulations for this year.
Thanks for having us.
See you much.